Well, hello there, Mandalorians. Welcome back to another episode of Fantastic Four. It's your boy Blacksby, aka Django Fett, aka Deshaun Wick. And today I have with me John Wick, Din and Juice, and Juan Wick. And we're joined today by a special guest, Jordan, aka Jay the Juice Pryor.
Sir.
You know him from TikTok, from Twitter.
The Malcolm Flex, you already know.
The Malcolm Flex. Yes, sir. Flex fam, stand up. Everybody stand up.
Yeah,
We're here.
Flex fam.
Malcolm
We're ready to
Flex.
go. We are here and we are ready to take on the high table as we discuss the fourth chapter of the John Wick films from Lionsgate. Plus, we are jumping into hyperspace as we talk about the most recent episode of The Mandalorian, now streaming on Disney Plus. But before we do all that, we need y'all. We need y'all to pass Vizsla smash that MF subscribe button so you do not miss on the podcast that's cooler than the other side of the pillow. Dank Ferrick. Now, without further ado, this is the way. Welcome to the Fantastic Four. So we'll start our discussion off with the Mandalorian Chapter 21 or Episode 5. If you are uninitiated, you don't know what's going on. If you haven't seen the first two seasons, get caught up and then come watch this episode. You had time. Yeah. Stop this video right now. Stop this episode.
I was gonna say, don't discourage people.
Yeah, you're right.
Out with us, but watch it after the fact.
Matter of fact, put on 3 screens. Have the first season, the second season, and then our podcast. There you go. Multitasking. So, what's our...
Yeah.
Mine does.
What are we talking about first? Are we doing
Mandalorian.
Mando?
Do we? Talking about Mandalorian. So
go ahead.
I think everyone has some pretty high praise for this episode.
I want to say this about the Mandalorian, man.
Do we?
I do. I for sure do. Do y'all?
Yeah, I liked it.
I just liked it. I liked it.
I'm just gonna say, thank God it didn't look like fucking dog dick like episode 3 did. Coruscant looked fucking atrocious, and I will die on this hill. I know Graham was telling me.
I remember the Jedi Academy game.
It looked like fucking shit.
It
looked horrendous. It
looks better in this episode than it did in those previous ones for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, for real. Bro, the Bad Batch Coruscant, it looks way better than Mandalorian's episode 3 Coruscant.
That's not fair. That's not fair.
That shit was crazy to me. Oh no.
But
No, not again.
He watched 3.
Bro, he was so upset he had to leave, bro. So, gosh, bro, it seems like every time. That's what happened last time. His internet just disconnects.
Yeah.
And he just disappears.
This is a free Xfinity ad.
It's like what we were talking about earlier. Xfinity.
It's not free. It's going to cost you a lot of money.
This episode is brought to you by
Xfinity.
No free plugs. No free plugs. No, drop that
they
bag,
gotta pay us.
Xfinity. Yeah.
They gotta pay us first.
Yeah.
Oh man,
that's crazy.
So while we wait for Azrael and Juice to get his life together, get back from the he's in hyperspace right now. There's no connection, but once he gets back, we'll keep his thought going. But yeah, everyone else, while we wait for him, Mando episode 5. I thought it was beautiful. I thought the action was perfect. I'm hoping that they keep building on this. I know we talked about when we were talking about The Last of Us, how it went from high intensity episode to kind of a lower story building episode. This one I wanted to be all action, like each episode, and of course keep the story building.
Not in Disney.
I want there to be certain elements of action.
They saved money on the Coruscant episode. Now they can go off all season.
They can't just burn through everything.
Exactly. Tell them.
I guess you're right. But look. Yeah, exactly.
Tell him. Me and Bob Iger. I said Bobby Iggy. It was good, boy. Put the money down. Be money. That's my guy.
What I was gonna say is,
I think so.
I liked how. What episode was it? Whenever they were on Coruscant, that was episode 3, right? And they did the whole
this one,
the whole cloning stuff, and they did I didn't like when they were doing that because we had already seen it, like all the political intrigue kind of like spy thriller aspect of like set in the Star Wars universe. Andor did that already and did it perfectly. So anything else that's not Andor, that's not written by Tony Gilroy, that tries to navigate kind of those same spaces is not going to work the same way. So the fact I like the episode that we had last week and the episode there you go, and the episode that we had this week that are about Din and Bo-Katan and are about all the Mandalorians and Mandalorian, kind of all that mythos and mythology. I was like, that's what I want from the show, and that's what I expect from it, and that's why I think these last two episodes have been some of my favorite, not only of the series but of the season for sure, because they're dealing with mythology that up to this point you've only been kind of like teased or kind of like hinted at, but never really explored. And we're finally getting and we're finally being able to navigate those those stories, and that's what I want from the Mandalorian. At the end of the day, I don't need political intrigue, spy thriller shit. Leave that to Andor and Tony Gilroy. I don't want that in my Mandalorian.
I'm gonna expound on that real quick because and I know Graham wants to be here. Graham gave this episode an 8.5 to a 9. By the way, Graham is away for right now. He's on Navarro liberating the people from the pirates. Anyways, from the pirate known as capitalism. He in there.
The greatest villain of all.
Graham definitely would have said, first of all, that we were right. Our prediction about Bo being the leader of Mandalore. It's coming. You see it. It's happening. Give my girl Bo-Katan her flowers. But yeah, we've called everything for the most part. We've called everything pretty correctly in this show, in the other shows we've watched, the other movies we've watched, save for maybe, I don't know, Ant-Man. I didn't think it's almost
like media literacy is a thing, and once you kind of figure that out, then it's every story that's ever been told ever.
He still could.
I mean, because the theory was that Din was going to be the one to lead Mandalore.
Also,
right?
No, I never thought
not enough Grogu in this episode,
but.
He doesn't want it.
We were the ones. Yeah, he just wants to be a father. That's he's trying to be a good stay-at-home.
But that's the thing. But that's
I will say the chest plate that she gave.
He was in there. Oh, you're right. Yeah. He wasn't
right.
there enough.
I thought she was going to give him like a whole little set of like Mandalorian armor. Like I understand he can't speak the Creed, so he wasn't going to get a helmet yet. But something about that giant mythosaur little logo there, it looks goofy. I don't like it. It just looks way too. It's like 90% of his fucking upper.
He's gonna grow into it.
I don't like looking at it. It just looks so awkward.
Yeah.
Damn. All right.
He's gonna get shot. He's gonna get shot one episode, and it's gonna protect him.
It's gonna pay off.
It's gonna pay off. It's gonna serve its purpose. That's
or
all we need.
he's gonna get like a little bit bigger.
He's
gonna get him to look like Scar from Gremlins.
What's his face? That's what I need. I need a full suit of armor on Grogu.
Swogru. We're trademarking that right now. Hashtag Swogru. You heard it here first.
All right. So, do we think that that's been Bo-Katan's plan all along, which is kind of like she's like, I'll just tag along with Din.
I don't know if there was a plan, man.
Said he went to Mandalore. I don't believe it. Once she got there, she saw the mythosaur and she said, "Oh,
I think it was.
This is it.
This is
my way back. Like this is my way back in."
It's kind of just fortunate circumstance. Like she's just
kind of did.
But it got blown up after the fact.
Works for the most part.
The shit got fast and furious.
Past people, specifically, not even just the Skywalkers, just other people who are destined to do things via prophecy, right? It's really just people stumbling into situations where it turns out they're really good at what they do. Like, for instance, Andor, his whole thing is he just wants to find his sister, make a little bit of money, and just live his life. And somehow, through the worst set of events of his life, just being the most unlucky motherfucker in the entire galaxy somehow, becomes a rebel leader.
George Lopez, yeah.
Well, if you start like thinking about it that way, I mean that's kind of like George Lucas's whole like idea about like
George Lucas.
George Lucas.
We might get copyright strike. Hold on.
George, yeah. MODOK.
MODOK, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's George Lucas's whole whole ideology on like Star Wars is that there should always be balance, and if there's a light, there's a dark, and so it's like, like that's just kind of like the whole point, right? Like it's like it's not chance and it's not random. It's the Force working in mysterious ways.
Maybe there's a reason he doesn't write this anymore.
Yeah, exactly. To make sure that everything is balanced, you know. But I totally get.
I miss him.
I think
George come back.
Stop. Maybe. I would have preferred him to have made the sequel trilogy.
Do you want your last name to be Skywalker?
The way I see it right now, the way the Force works is like, is your last name Skywalker? All right, cool. Here you go.
Can you imagine if Dave Filoni wrote the sequel trilogy?
Another sequel trilogy?
Skywalker, you can be in that group too.
Yeah.
They
should let Dave. They should let Dave write the sequel trilogy.
Would have had an actual.
Honestly, if he did, it would have been the greatest freaking sequel trilogy of life. I don't care how many people.
That would have been better. That one's plausible because he was alive.
No. Actually, we probably would have gone somehow Darth Maul returned.
I feel like.
And then we had the. Yeah,
he's definitely dead
not
after
after Rebels.
Rebels, but yeah.
Oh.
It depends on what time, how they do the episode, do each movie. But
for people who haven't seen it. Because speaking of Rebels, there is one thing that fucking took me by surprise. I did not expect.
Zeb.
Came out of left fucking field. Bro, all right, listen. Zeb.
What was it?
Blew my mind.
Oh, yes.
I was
like, cool. It's one of those guys. And then I heard him talk, and I was like, yo.
When he started speaking, first of all, when he showed up, I was like,
I try so hard not to fall for like.
I didn't think it was Zeb. Yeah.
Of like, I understand.
He said it's one of those guys.
Like Leonardo DiCaprio.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite mindset.
Right. But but like I fall for it, and I'm
the one I just did like twice.
And Star Wars is very good bringing that out of me. And when I saw Zeb, I had two reactions. One, like, holy shit, that's fucking Zeb. And two, wait a minute. He's lived this long. God damn, he's old.
Star Wars fans, when they reference Glup Shitto.
Exactly. I thought he would have been dead by now.
He said, how did he not die?
I thought he would have been
This nigga's still alive.
He's still kicking.
Why? No, if Han's... It's only 30 years after, like... Even, like, slightly less than 30 years after the original trilogy, right? Because... The Force Awakens is 30
like
years
about,
after
5 years or so.
A New Hope. I mean, not New Hope. Return of the Jedi, right? And Rebels takes place
5 or 4 years before Episode 4, right?
Yeah, and it's like right when Episode 4 starts, and then right when Episode 6.
That's just how he's built.
Ends.
I always thought of him as an old dude. That is also true.
But he's like 50, bro. It's almost like he's a fucking alien, and it doesn't. And I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Grogu's 50. Yeah, exactly. So I'm sure.
Name him.
Zeb was.
I know some humans who are like that. Grown up
names and
children.
addresses.
I don't want to get.
Yeah, drop.
I don't want to get.
Names.
I don't want to get put on any government lists. For what I
drop names, pussy, no balls.
I value my life, anyways. Juice, what are your thoughts on episode 5?
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of in the same boat where y'all were talking about. It's just nice that they're expanding on the Mandalorian.
Yes, sir.
You know, like I remember playing the what was that? The Old Republic video games.
Yeah.
And I remember in the second one, I don't remember his name, but there was a Mandalorian that joined the team, and like he was always like, if you checked his like dark or light meter, he was always dark, but it never really like made sense why, because he always seemed to do like good guy things, but I just always thought he was just so cool. Like I didn't know shit about Mandalorians, and like I felt like that was always like a reference that I would like maybe
on their lore.
Star Wars fans and be like, I don't know what that is. And so like to have them not only like obviously make a show, but then like actually expand on the Mandalorian religion, like there's just not enough out there. So I just think that is really cool.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because it's like the first 2 seasons, what they were just doing was, the main character just happens to be a Mandalorian. and we'll sprinkle like
a little
bit about
Mandalore,
and like Mandalorian
Yeah,
culture.
give them a little bit of backstory, but not really expand on it.
Exactly, and it's like no. Oh,
Yeah.
nice. That was too good. But yeah, and it's like no, that's exactly what we want from this show. It's like give us everything about like the different sects of Mandalore, like what differentiates them, what drives them, why are they so different, what motivates them, and it's like
capitalism.
What what is the I told you the end all be all enemy of everyone. And it's like, why? Like, what is it to be a Mandalorian? Like, can we please dive into that deeper? And this season is fine. It only took them 3 fucking seasons to do that, you know. But
not even just 3 seasons. All of the Clone Wars, say for like season 7, those little Death Watch episodes here and there, parts of Rebels.
Right. But you would
6 movies.
But you would expect that a show called The Mandalorian, right, would kind of lead with that and be like, oh, here's what it's like to be a Mandalorian. And so
it's like watching Passion of the Christ and not hearing about like what it's actually about. You're just like
making it a story about Mary Magdalene, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But it's called the Passion. But it's called the Passion of the Christ.
Bro.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
I clicked on the title to learn about the people here.
Right, exactly. but then again, I think that speaks to kind of like the situation or the place that like Star Wars is in when it comes to Disney, right? Because we've heard Jon Favreau say that The Mandalorian will lead and tie into the sequel trilogy. So now instead of just telling its own story, right, its own self-contained story within the show that is The Mandalorian, they're going to have to try to expound on everything that they've laid groundwork on, plus tie it into
and name one Mandalorian from the sequel trilogy
that nobody likes. So you know, it's trying to do a lot.
What else can you assume?
That's going to get really convoluted and complicated.
Okay, in the bad way.
Oh,
damn.
I mean,
that's
you're
unfortunate.
Right. You're right. Where are they?
Or they went into hiding again. Maybe here's a just throwing it out there.
Weathers again.
Just throwing it out there. Maybe Navarro got blown to bits. And Grief Karga dies
by the Death Star
by the Star Killer base.
Death Star 3. This is kind of like my whole.
Built another one. Somehow the Death Star returned.
I really just kind of dislike. What I feel like Star Wars shines best at is from its conception. The whole thing was space wizards, destiny, prophecy. Everybody gets a lightsaber. You get force powers. You get force powers. You get force powers. And that was all well and good in the beginning. But when Star Wars really shines for me is when it focuses on the aspects that do not have to do with the Jedi and destiny and prophecy and all this bullshit. Yes. Think shows like Andor and what the Mandalorian is now.
So Andor,
I'll give it some credit in that department.
The
sure,
Clone
it's a
Wars,
bit more geared
Bad
towards
Batch.
the other audiences. But when it shines a light on how other people are, what? You're drinking your shots out of a sippy cup right now, man. I don't want to hear it from you.
It's for all ages, man.
Let the man get his sustenance.
This is I'm eating sunflower seeds, bro.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Vert.
Yeah.
Like
Jordan's raising his hand.
Yeah, I realized that as I said it.
Yeah, that was weird. What were you gonna say, Jordan?
Jordan, what were you about to say?
I was just saying, I've got to go, y'all. Sarah came home, so
I
wanted.
All right, man. Before you dip out, before you dip out
next time.
Before you dip out, man. Thumbs up, thumbs down on the episode.
Oh yeah,
definitely thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
The series is definitely on an upward trajectory right now. I like where we're going. We're going.
All right, and then shout out your social media so people can follow you, keep up with your antics.
Oh God, okay. At JPry the guy on Twitter and at the Malcolm Flex on TikTok. I'm not going to give out the Instagram. That's personal. If you know. Any of the podcasts get hosts and
Matt, post it on the Twitter.
Y'all cool.
Gotta respect the privacy.
I don't know if I want random folks from the audience.
Right.
Right. Understandable.
Guys, even though Facebook's selling all that data right now, it's fine.
Hey, bro, but it's
All
not
our-
Chinese.
Maybe you're
So
not.
why are you worried about
Anytime
it?
soon, you're
I don't
fine.
buy Chinese government, so why do you care?
That's funny. Yeah.
Yo. All right, Jordan. I appreciate you coming on,
Yeah.
man. We'll see you in the future. See
We'll
you in another
actually
episode.
start the episode instead of doing 38
And we'll record
minutes.
earlier
Or maybe
next
we'll
time,
record
so
the
yeah, we'll
tangents.
stay on the whole time.
Please blur some
And we'll
stuff.
start.
Man, if we record those
Appreciate you, bro.
tangents.
All right, see you, man.
The whole screen is just black. Like there's like 30 minutes of dead time, and then it's just
Blur.
It just sounds like an emergency signal.
Yeah, it's a really long. No, it's a really long.
Jay the Juice.
Yeah, emergency
Yes,
broadcast.
sir.
So yeah, man, that was Jordan J Pry, the
He's
guy
TikTok
Jordan
famous?
J the Juice.
Oh yeah, guys.
Appreciate him dropping down.
He's the
It's
big
always
D.
good to
He's
have people.
He's
Yeah.
TikTok
He's
famous.
TikTok famous. It's always good to have
Like legit.
It's always good to have other people jump in and add another perspective.
A little bit.
Granted, we did start a little bit late today. But we're working on that. We're getting better at it. So next time, hopefully, we'll start earlier. He can talk all his points. I'm sure by then we'll have gone through more Mandalorian episodes.
Real quick,
More
I just wanted to say my real quick
movie
piece
shows.
on the
We got a lot
episode.
to talk about.
So, I think out of everybody for the podcast, I was the furthest behind in Mandalorian. I was about 2 episodes deep, and I had been talking shit for weeks, being like, bro, Matt would be like, bro, we're gonna be talking about the new Mandalorian episode, bro. You gotta be ready. And I'm like, bro, I don't want to watch the Mandalorian. All right. Last episode, I saw this man go take a bath. I don't care. I'm bored. Like the first season was literally just like Mando doing incredibly dangerous things for like a very simple thing.
He was doing it for a
that he
catalytic
needed, and ended
converter.
up getting fucked over repeatedly. The second season was about the same. Yeah,
Just like me.
the second season was about the same. Even season 2.5 when he basically kicked in
Should've
Boba
been.
Fett's door and said, "This is my show now." Like that was so mediocre. I was really just getting tired of Star Wars as a whole. But they were all like, "Nah, bro. These episodes are really back in." And I was like, "Okay, fine." I watched episode 3 and I was like, "Okay, this is pretty good." I watched episode 4 and I was like, "This is really good." Then I watched episode 5 and I was like, clapping in the middle of my living room. Okay, I have rarely in my life. All right, I am a habitual hater. Since the day I was born, I've been a negative Nancy, and I will never turn around my opinion on a show. Right? Once I write it off, I'm like, I'm not watching this show. Right? But The Mandalorian got me back in, and those
Just like me,
episodes
for
are
real.
an hour long each, damn near feature length films, and I enjoyed every single one until I caught up, and I cannot wait for the next one. It had excellent world building, excellent lore, redemption for not only just Bo-Katan herself as a night owl and an outcast from the Mandalorian tribe, but for the Mandalorians as a whole, because they would always talk about their creed, their values, and how they're honor bound, but they were willing to turn a blind eye to an entire planet of suffering. Like their whole planet was bombarded and no one helped them, so they just became bitter and resentful. They somewhat got a bit of a redemption when they helped the people of Navarro, and I thought that was incredible.
Right. But I also think that's very fair. That's very a good point that you mentioned, and I think it's good to bring up the fact that we were shown or kind of told kind of about what happened to Moff Gideon, right? Who has only been hinted at or inferenced throughout this entire season. We know he got arrested at the end of season 2, and he was supposed to go.
What
on
a street
trial,
saying. What
right?
a street saying.
And apparently he never made it, and he got broken out, and now we're left to figure out who exactly could have. Streets are saying. The streets are saying
Death Watch is what I've heard.
Moff
Gideon escaped. Yeah, the streets are saying that Mandalorian.
Maul's boys.
Specifically, what the
Death,
children?
no,
of the
not Death Watch.
Death Watch.
The,
Yeah.
Death Watch
Children-
was his Mandalorian,
Death Watch.
his boys, the ones with the horns on his
Maul's group.
Death Watch.
Crimson,
Death Watch.
Crimson Dawn.
They're the ones that
No, Death Watch.
having to go back to that planet and fucking help.
Sect. Yeah.
Because they had taken over the entirety of the city.
No.
So who could have freed him then? The Children of the Watch?
No, the Super Commandos.
Wasn't that Death Watch?
Remember in season 7? The Mandalorians with the red suits?
Oh, it's Vizsla's boys.
That's Death
No,
Watch.
Death-
yeah.
Right,
Death
but
Watch
that's
is,
who
Death Watch is-
that's who Maul took over.
Death Watch is pre Vizsla.
He changed their name. They're the Super Commandos now.
That's what Bo used to be a part of.
Yeah.
I think
That's
they're
who
two.
Bo-
I think
Yes.
there might be two separate. Oh, he did take
But-
over Death Watch. Yeah, that's right.
I'm saying
Freaking A.
it's Bo's. I'm saying it's Bo's. The people Bo used to belong to
Right.
is who
Okay.
freed.
I get you.
Moff
I'm
Gideon.
This
following
is
I'm
what-
following now. They are the
Yeah.
I get it now. I get what you. Yeah, that's. I was like, isn't that pre Vizsla? Post Vizsla?
Yeah,
Pre-post-
but then
pre-
that's who
Post
Darth Maul
Malone.
took. That's who Darth
Right.
Maul then
Yeah.
took.
Whenever
over.
he took over Mandalore.
And when is
Death Watch.
For like-
Darth Maul's
for like
clone
20
gonna come
minutes.
Because they
That's what I
invaded
wanna
Mandalore. They were on the moon, and then they invaded Mandalore when Maul took over.
Speaking of cloning, I almost forgot. So what I did
Somehow Darth Maul returned.
the way that
That's a
feeds
better movie.
into, the newer trilogy, even though the newer trilogy is basically just diminished return after diminished return, I do still see the main question that I had when I watched
Last Jedi is a masterpiece.
what did they call episode 7? What was it called?
No.
No. The Force Awakens, yeah. When I watched
The Last
Force
Jedi.
Awakens, I remember I was
No.
like,
Oh wait, no.
The Force.
Oh,
the
my
Force
bad.
Awakens.
The Force Awakens.
Force
my bad.
I
Awakens.
remember I was sitting
Yeah.
in the theater, and I was like, wait a minute, this is kind of the same movie. I understand that they pretty much dismantled the entire government. So, how the fuck did this Empire light,
Old as shit.
this Shasta to the sprite that is the Empire, just suddenly come out of fucking nowhere? They're just retreading the same ground. It seems boring. But then, exactly. You're
Well,
starting
look,
to
if
see-
anything,
because
if
you're starting to
anything,
see how
I
they're
think the
turning a blind
Mandalorian
eye
is
to, like,
handling
these
that
smaller
question
dirty
very
sects
well.
That are still out there in these uncharted systems that they are not necessarily like they haven't signed their treaties. Yeah,
But also, the New Republic is discovering that leading an
Alexander
entire
Hamilton.
galaxy is not as easy as they thought it was going to be. They're underfunded, they're under-equipped and underprepared, right? And so it's like, how do you...
Sounds like American schools.
Sounds like the American government. But
Military.
Underfunded? American government?
under-equipped,
We gotta blow up
underprepared.
Middle East
We're
hospitals.
underfunded. Why don't our public school systems
those
get more
orphanages
funding?
are going to blow
Military
up
budget.
themselves. Come on.
Exactly.
I'm not going to
Yeah,
let
let's
y'all
blow up
disparage the
little,
armed forces right
brown
now.
kids, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Come on, bro.
Jesus.
Anyways, I do think that the Mandalorian is that's what I was saying earlier, that the Mandalorian has like a lot of work to
Now
do,
they have to ham-fist
because not
everything
only
else.
does it have to tell the story that Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni want to tell in the confines of this show, right, which is its own kind of little thing, but it also has to kind of
It
be
essentially has to be.
now it kind of also has to be a
do with
bridge
complete
between the
narrative,
original
which is
trilogy
gonna
and the
be
sequel
so
trilogy, which
interesting
is a
to watch.
bitch and a half.
Make that happen.
It's like
Exactly.
we said in the past episode, in the
But they
previous
should.
episode. They should just disregard
They can't.
everything that
At
happened
this
in the
point,
sequels
they're too far
and just
gone.
build off of this.
They're not going to. It's
I know they
canon, bro.
won't. I know they won't. It's too late.
Like they're
They gotta man up. Hey,
having a
you got
good
to see it through, my boy.
marathon and
They're
You
in
got
too
to
deep.
see it
doing
through.
whatever the fuck DC thinks they're doing. They haven't reached that point. That's not. They're going more so.
I wouldn't go that low.
I wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't say that.
Hey man,
It's
don't get
like, bro,
the
please
DC
don't
check
disrespect
canceled, bro. You
James
see these?
Yeah.
Bro, me and
It's
James,
like-
bro, me are
that's
Jay
horrid.
Geezy.
That's horrid.
That's
I
my
hate
dog.
Jay
You know what I'm saying?
I hate that.
J Money.
Boy,
You and
J Money. That's J Bands, bro. J Bands. That's the guy. That's the guy. But yeah, no, I get what you're saying. I get exactly what you mean. Like they can either this can either go very well
so far, so
or it can get really really sketch very fast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
also, I want to give a huge shout out to Peter Ramsey who directed this episode.
I think we discussed that in the text chat about how he just did a phenomenal job. So go ahead.
Yeah, and he made his career he was an illustrator is how he started off, like doing illustrations for like movies and stuff, and I think for comics as well, right? I'm not quite sure, but I know he was one of the co-directors for Into the Spider-Verse, and we all know what a big thing. So to see him transition from becoming an illustrator to a co-director on an animated movie to then directing on The Mandalorian, like I just think that's a really cool career trajectory for him to have, and I'm super proud of him because he's a man of color, and I just think that's so important and so wonderful to see, and I think he did a killer job considering this is probably the first thing he's ever live action thing he's directed by himself, and I think he killed it, and I think it was an awesome episode.
And that's just a testament to the type of people that they've been adding to these to this show. I mean, Peter Ramsey, Rick Famuyiwa, Bryce Dallas Howard, all these people are phenomenal.
Oh, my wife is directing the next episode. Yeah.
Oh, Bryce Dallas.
Yeah.
Just.
That means we are in for a banger of an episode because everything that she's touched, phenomenal work. Like I'm excited to see where this goes.
Wait, she might be my favorite Mandalorian director, to be honest.
She's definitely my favorite. Her
no bullshit, like dead ass for real.
Her and Rick.
Damn, you don't even know by memory.
The finale for season 1 or 2?
No, but I'm not.
Let me see.
I have to check.
I'm not saying all
that. Do you? I know. What a big fan.
I know.
I just
so separate. She doesn't know who he is.
We keep work and personal life, separate. It's just she doesn't really. Yeah. She doesn't fill me in, and so.
He said.
Imagine.
Got him.
Got him, bro.
Dang.
Oh, I love that episode.
Fuck y'all. Oh, she directed chapter 4.
By Raiders.
That's the one where they're on that swamp planet with the native people, and they get attacked by the Empire.
And she did with the
Raiders.
She did chapter 11. She did chapter 11 for the Heiress. That's where Bo-Katan. That's where Bo-Katan came back in.
Peyton Reed.
Spider creatures.
Episodes are fire.
Ant-Man.
That shit, bro.
That shit made me sick.
Peyton Reed.
Wait,
I'll beat his ass.
Dog shit. Fuck him.
I'll beat his ass.
I'm his number one fucking hater.
Oh. The duality.
Yeah, he directed all 3 Ant-Man movies, which is a fucking war crime.
But that episode
is a hater.
Like mini sci-fi horror.
He's just a hater.
Those spider things are so upsetting to look at. Oh, wow. They said you can add a pinch of salt.
Yeah, because they didn't let him cook. They said this is what you got to do, motherfucker. Do not
directing
improvise.
the spider episode.
Yeah, and they're like,
Get to it.
What if I no? But maybe no. I have a really cool. No, this is the fucking script. This is what you do. Yeah, that's it. Oh, but
do what we're not even paying you to do.
I would really like to handle a larger. No, this is what you're directing, Peyton. Shut the fuck up. That's it. You're not directing anything else.
Grandma, it's like, anyway, get your hands away. Do not touch it.
Do we know if the chef movies are part of the MCU?
Directing fucking.
That's my biography.
Ass Man 4. Jesus Christ.
I remember that.
It was 3.
That's a deep cut.
Yeah, Chef is part of it. So is Swingers. The John Favreau movie Swingers.
Y'all never even mentioned
that's canon as well.
Much Mandalorian action.
But anyways, what do we overall
guns blazing in this bitch? I loved it.
The episode.
Boy.
Oh.
And I was scared. I was so scared for them too. Because we know
that's what I was talking about at the beginning.
Navarro
That's what I was talking about at the beginning. Like,
went.
I like the way that this episode went. It was, and you know, I thought they were all gonna die. Yeah.
No, you're right. There was a lot of
casualties.
But that kind of goes into what I was saying earlier. That like, I'm glad that we're getting so much Mandalorians on a show about called the Mandalorian. Like that's what we should get, right? It's like, and it's fucking dope, dude. They're fucking badass and they're awesome, and they're a lot of the people's favorite like Star Wars characters for a reason, you know.
Yeah, you get to see old tribal warriors be warriors.
Yes, they're badass fucking warriors, and I'm glad we're finally getting that, you know.
And it's refreshing to see. It's refreshing to see them over, you know, seeing another Jedi, Sith, you name it. Even after seeing all of the Clone Wars and now plus the Bad Batch, seeing more clone troopers, stormtroopers, etc.
Bro, I'm
good on that for now.
Bro, I'm cloned out.
And he was like, "This could be really good for the Republic. This could be really good." I was like, "Have y'all learned nothing? Have you learned nothing? Do they not have a social studies class, bro?" The moment I feel like they're.
Me personally, I would have shot him right there.
I know the Republic has people that have like lived.
Me personally, I would have shot him right there. I'd be like,
lived long
bam,
enough to
bro,
where
get out of here.
About Order 66 and the wiping out of the Jedi, right? So he's familiar with how clones get down to business. So I feel like the I know this would be some shady shit, right? But
she should have grown a new one. Isn't she an alien?
Clone Schmo.
Well, Pershing was talking about like cloning
word,
organs because his mom died because she didn't have a heart.
Every
you know,
every single bad thing, every single bad thing in a movie or show starts off with good intentions. It gets corrupted.
So
he's going to start off cloning organs, and all of a sudden, wow, we got 3,000
under what? Under what?
This kind of sucks because I did kind of feel sorry for his character. The main reason that I was hoping Pershing got caught is because the very last thing, I mean, not continuity-wise, because it would take place after The Mandalorian, but the last instance of cloning, so to speak, that we had in a narrative sense within Star Wars was the horrific results of the rise of Skywalker and the whole Palpatine thing. I hated that. I hated that so fucking much. And I was like, please, God, no more clones. I know, and I hate it
that's
so
what,
much.
It's all going to tie back to that motherfucking movie, bro.
And you know what? You know, each of us and Graham have all, you know, we've read some of the books too. In the books, they do the cloning, they explain it
because it wasn't
better.
the plan.
It's explained well.
It was not the plan.
Past, you know, episode 6.
No, what are you talking about? Poe explains it,
but
bro.
the way they just kind of shoehorned that shit into the movie, I was like,
it's literally a
lie.
lie. Come on now. He says it. He says somehow. What more proof do you need?
Yeah. Did you not watch the fucking movie, man?
Wait, hold on. Are you talking about The Last Stand right now?
I put that movie in the same file I put X3,
That's a banger.
the file in my brain. I don't remember it because I don't want to
love
remember.
that fucking movie.
I like that one.
Yeah, the ass stand.
Look.
Yeah, that movie.
Boy.
Think about it.
That movie fucks. That movie fucks.
X2, the hardest of those three.
What's his face? That bald dude with the glasses that played Beast. Killed it. Love that guy.
Do you know who I am?
Killed it. Yeah, Kelsey Grammer. I love.
Yeah.
I could never get into.
Yes.
Yeah, I could never get into.
Kelsey Grammer.
Kelsey Grammer.
Bro, disrespect.
Isn't the bald dude with the glasses?
Theater legend.
Talking about Fraser?
Legend,
yeah, he's Fraser.
Talking about Fraser Crane?
Yeah.
He plays Fraser?
Yeah, it's Fraser Crane.
What I'm saying is that's a banger.
Tossed salad and scrambled eggs. Greatest freaking. He sings the outro.
Yeah.
I didn't know
that's
that.
That's my goat. So yeah. I guess.
Kelsey Grammer.
So for Mando episode 5, you want to do a rating and then we'll move to the
give it a big old 9 ski, baby.
Yep.
Rating.
Big old 9 out of 10.
Dean and Juice, what's your rating?
The reason it's not a 10 is because I have to wait for the next one.
That's me. Right. Oh yeah. I'd say a 9. Also, the only reason I get it doesn't get 10 there's not enough baby Yoda,
John Wick,
Grogu action. I want to see him bring down that Corsair cruiser with the Force. He should be the new Star Lord. I mean Star Killer. Yeah,
bro, hit a
agreed.
He got the
Same shit, man. It's all made up. Fuck
Star.
yeah.
Every time he
The new
walks
Star
in,
Killer?
New Star Killer.
You said Star-Lord?
Star-Lord? New Star Killer.
I'm about to quit this podcast.
Yeah, they're gonna have Jimon Hunsu show up in his Korath costume, and they're gonna look at Grogu and it's like, "This is Baby Yoda." He's like, "Who? Star-Lord, Star-Lord." All right, Juan Wick, what's your rating?
I give it a 9 as well. I think it was awesome. A lot of action. While propelling the story forward in a very good pace.
The Mandalorian.
But it doesn't get a 10 because there was not enough Din.
True.
Not enough Grogu. And what the fuck are we watching this show for if not for Din and Grogu? The Mandalorian, yeah. So, but I'm glad that they gave
Crazy how
Bo-Katan kind of
homelessness
like
motivates you.
A leading
role, a leading role.
Oh,
and let her
God
do it.
damn.
They're on their pursuit of
to
happiness
solve
shit
a
right
Rubik's
now.
Cube to
And being
Darth
being an
Vader.
orphan as well.
It's just her and fucking.
I have to defeat him in combat over here.
What about you, Matt? What would you give it?
I give it a 9 as well. We got 9s across the board, and I know Graham said the same thing. So, same reasons. You know, it was very well done. Like we said, big ups to the Mandem, Peter Ramsey, and all them.
Big up the men, them.
Big up the Mandem, big man team. You know what I'm saying? You get me.
Big man
Bro
team.
really did what was necessary, and that's one thing we've said before about this show. All the directors typically do a good job, save for Luis's enemy, Luis's arch nemesis.
Peyton
But yeah,
Reed,
they had the
son of a bitch.
right. This episode had the right amount of action. It propelled the story forward. I loved it. It was great. Got to see Bo-Katan in that lead role, like you're talking about. But I agree. I do want to see more Din. I do want to see more Grogu. I want to see Koska. Where's Koska Reeves? Is Koska
Dead.
safe? Is she all right? Where's Axe Wolves? Where's my boy?
Yeah,
Is he
where's
safe?
Gungi
Is
at?
he all right? Bring my people back. And, you know, maybe sprinkle
Where's
a little
Glove
Jedi
Shido
one
at?
or two in there, like at the end, just to tie into the other Star Wars.
Everyone's
narrative. That's all I got on that.
Everyone's favorite Star Wars
Oh,
character.
Gungi. Favorite Jedi Glove Shido.
Oh man. So enough of chapter 21 of The Mandalorian. Let's talk about chapter 4 of John Wick.
Right.
One of the
That's
most
right.
incredible,
I'm distraught.
badass, best action movie series in the world. I'm telling you right now, John Wick 4 is about to turn it. I mean, John Wick 4. The John Wick franchise is going to turn to Fast and Furious, but good. Like, they're going to have spin-offs. They're going to have all types of shit going on. It's just awesome. Phenomenal action. But before we get into that, let's talk about chapter 4. This movie was great. Like we said in the previous episode, you know, Lance Reddick passed away before this movie came out, unfortunately. But it was good to see him on the screen again. It was good to see him in the role as Charon. And, you know, he plays it role so well. It's like, dude, this is believable, right? The accent, like, I had to like turn my brain off for 2 seconds. Like, no, he don't talk like that.
Fair. I know what they're trying not to spoil anything because Gerardo hasn't watched the film. I don't know if AZ hasn't seen it either.
And
but I know
especially
Gerardo doesn't want to spoil. So
that makes
but I
me
don't
sad
think
because
there's enough
he was kind of a
Sharon
big
in
part
the
of
movie.
the finale for
I think
sure.
I was very
the last one.
disappointed. You know, considering
He was
it
with
one
them.
of, like, his
He was
last,
with the shits.
Performances.
Damn.
Running up in the hotel.
I thought he was dying in the second one. I was terrified. He was up there with him.
He was a big part of.
He was about that.
Bro. Nah, bro, strapped up.
Mr. Mosby reached under the counter and said, "No running."
Yeah.
Nah, my boy said he's about that action. He picked up every gun available.
Yeah, so he's not. So there's not enough of him in this movie, and like I said, that's kind of disappointing considering the fact that he's passed away. So that kind of left like a bitter taste in my mouth. It's like, oh man. I mean, I know they didn't know, obviously, but it's just like but it seems it's just kind of sad considering he was such a phenomenal actor, and he was just very underutilized in this film, and and then on top of that, the situation that happened, it just kind of rubbed salt in the wound. And I just wish he would have had more to do.
It also brings up a good question about them moving forward with the franchise. I know they're planning that the Continental series
and the Ballerina, which is a John Wick.
The Ballerina series
on
so,
Adamant.
I don't know where he's supposed to, if he's supposed to be a part of that, if he's going to be a big role. I'd imagine because the Continental is about the actual hotel, so I'd imagine he would have played a huge role in the series.
There's different Continentals, different cities. You know?
Hey, I will say this. I know this is kind of a spoiler, but that Osaka Continental was so beautiful.
I really like the Rome.
That's all I'm gonna say. But it was beautiful. I loved it. That's probably my favorite one out of all of them that we've seen so far in the series.
Banger.
Followed by
the Weeaboo's gonna go crazy.
Look, I'll say this about
the Rome one. That was great too.
No, Fabio, the Osaka one. Yeah, it's amazing. You know.
Was it?
No, but it's an awesome.
Find you a waifu.
Yes, that
find
is
you a waifu.
Awesome. Like mirrors or
well, they did something like that in the second one too.
Yeah, that was a
glass.
That was a
like glass.
It was in the top of the Continental.
It's standard for every Continental to have a room.
The manager's room.
They did that in the fourth one too, in the Osaka Continental.
I think that's a running scene. That's a running staple.
Yeah.
That and then having a party fight scene. That's like in every single John Wick movie.
Look, I'll say this about the fourth one in as broad like like terms as possible. Like this movie, it's 2 hours and 49 minutes, and I know people like have their concerns with that. It does not. I honestly did not feel it because I promise you, it feels like action set piece, action set piece, action set piece, and then connecting tissue. That's all. If you have like 3 or 4 big action set pieces, and I promise you, the action set pieces are like 10, 15 minutes long. The movie opens with an action set piece that's like 10 minutes long. It's long as fuck, and you're just like, this is amazing because it's just like. The John Wick action is so good, right? It's so cool. The choreography is amazing, and the direction is amazing. So it's like imagine 40 minutes, 50 minutes of just action, and it feels like more than that. Honestly, it's really good.
The scene leading up to the finale, if you will, without saying too much. The scene in the indoor scene, you know which one I'm talking about.
Or even more pertinently,
I love that.
John Wick.
It's like watching.
They actually do have a John Wick.
Like
you know the game Hotline Miami.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
There's
like a top down.
John Wick.
Yeah. But there's a scene that is in Chad Stahelski.
That's
from top down perspective, and you see the action.
It's beautiful.
Give Chad his own Star Wars movie,
and I really we really gotta applaud.
Yes.
Look,
Chad Stahelski.
Yes.
And then
him and what's the name of those clone commandos?
I would love that.
The name of those clone commandos. What's that squad?
If it's all action, if it's action based, here, give him a Marvel movie
from the game.
Give him a Marvel movie.
Give him a Marvel movie.
Matter of fact, scratch that.
Yeah, Graham would definitely know. He's like
this guy.
Fire.
Friend.
No, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Now I can't remember.
Dan Louston.
Graham would know.
Y'all got to thank for all them visuals. I don't know. This is probably really fucking. Yeah, he looks scared, but he's the cinematographer for John Wick 4, and he's responsible for the. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, the John Wick aesthetic is really cool. And something that I noticed is that it's changed a lot from the first movie to the fourth movie. The first movie was like very muted, very like kind of dark and
the grays and blacks.
It's a very cool kind of cinematography, and
the fact that you write those in the theaters,
the opposite. It's vibrant and
I'd be mad as shit if I was sitting next to you. I say,
my notes on this movie. My notes on this movie.
I'm like, is this motherfucker writing a
thesis? It's crazy,
bro.
Yeah.
If no, I got my phone on. So here's the thing. I got my phone on the lowest brightness setting, and I have a privacy screen, so no one can see.
Why don't you do what I do? Just record the movie on your phone.
So, and the reason why I take notes is because I want to keep my thoughts fresh. I don't have to keep like going back and everything. I do want to.
This
is the movie I'll see. This is the movie I'll see.
Yo, Matt, you just
post it on TikTok.
Allegedly.
Live.
Take a video of myself.
Have
Have someone take a video of me recording the phone and screaming, "Let's go!" real loud.
Movies and other franchises. I thought of something that would be actually really cold. So they announced a while ago that John Bernthal is returning as the Punisher. Whether or not they give him his own series is neither here nor there. Okay, that sucks.
Yes,
but fine.
They're not. He's gonna be born again.
I want more Bernthal in my vegetable diet. But
Yo.
yes.
Let Chad direct Shang-Chi too.
Better. Here's a better one. Let Chad direct. Let Chad direct.
No
the Batman,
dialogue.
Brave and the
Just
Bold
hands.
movie. All action.
So
all
long as
hands,
it's not like those
straight
Christian Bale fights.
Limited
where it's
gadgets, but just
no acting.
I feel like.
no
dialogue.
It looks like he's about
Batman's
to
gonna
hit
be
chopper
like
style like
10
every
words
second
the
he's
whole
fighting.
time.
He's like one
He's gonna
second
be
away
like
from.
they're gonna be fighting.
That's all it is.
Look. I know that the John Wick movies, like their appeal isn't like the amazing, like they're not amazing bravioso performances from their actors, right? Like that's not what you're expecting. I think Bill Skarsgård was really good. Ian McShane,
Him and Ian
fantastic
McShane,
actor.
He can.
I love Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, there we go.
Always support him until the day I die. That man cannot act, or maybe he can.
It's a character choice.
Maybe he's phoning it in. Maybe he's phoning it in for John Wick.
No,
it's
a character choice. He's neurodivergent
in this movie. He's bad.
Brother, this guy stinks.
A character choice to be a bad actor? I don't understand.
He's traumatized.
I mean, bro, he's been through a lot of fucked up shit. I can see it.
And he has a toxic landlord. I'm gonna send you his group. I'm gonna send you his.
No.
I'm gonna send you.
making me spill.
Look,
bro. His acting.
Hear me out. This man.
Matt, you were agreeing with me earlier, Matt. Do not disagree with me.
No, I'm not disagreeing. I'm saying, hear me out. Yes. His dog fucking his wife died. The ultimate sad experience. His wife died. His dog got murdered in front of his car. Got broken up. He had to kill like the whole.
What does that have to do with Keanu Reeves being a bad actor in these movies?
He chopped his finger off. I understand.
No, it's not a character choice.
No, hold on. Here's the point I'm trying to make. I understand all that sad shit. There's levels to it, though. You got to be able to portray that in a way that's like a dynamic character. You got to see him going through all the movies. That's why I agree with Luis. The way his line delivery in these movies
is bad.
Anything else?
Just John Wick's. We texted about this in the chat. John Wick's best line delivery is when he speaks another language. When he's speaking Russian, when he's speaking Japanese in this movie, it's like, bro, where is this? Where is this when you speak English, motherfucker? Like, say something normal.
Y'all were killing me with that text chat. Said it like
I'm thinking.
Voicemails.
I'm thinking. What the fuck is that?
That killed me every time.
I'm gonna need a gun.
He didn't even say.
He's right.
People be talking about.
He's delivering it like he thinks it's gonna go through a modulator.
Yeah, bro.
He talks like
I'm gonna.
He talks like Master Chief.
It's like, bro, human beings don't talk like that.
John Wick movies.
Everybody's.
John Wick. What are you doing?
Okay, that's
sir.
Everybody comes up and talks to him.
Looking ass. That's him. That's John Wick.
No.
That's what he's doing. He's copying Master Chief, bro.
Dude.
Jesus Christ, it's John Wick.
No, I love him though.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. Like,
look,
because I know he can do better.
And look, just since we're already so many times, Reeves, like
constructive, like a wrecking ball.
I know he's.
It's not shitting on. It's constructive criticism.
Look. The action choreography is amazing.
Really.
Keanu Reeves looks his age. He looks his age in this.
It's whenever he's not doing his gunplay. Whenever he's fighting,
slow.
I've noticed that too.
Oh.
Yes. When he's shooting, he's like
he looks slow. He looks
in that bitch
slow, and
I noticed that. I noticed that so much
when he's
in
fighting.
the third one.
Yeah, the
when he's
gunplay
fighting
is cool.
the two little fighters.
It doesn't.
When he's doing the hand-to-hand,
like it's
the
insane.
hand-to-hand combat stuff.
Yeah,
I love it though.
Yeah.
He's always exhausted too.
I mean, to be fair,
Bro, and that's
To be
this
fair,
entire movie. He's just
the
like
gunplay.
he
Even the
he
nun-
didn't fall off a roof.
the
and
nunchuck
get
scene
shot
was
last.
the only one that got given, but everything else
Dude,
was
look,
pretty stiff.
no, I don't give a fuck
No,
why they do that in the
no.
last movie.
You're gonna like this movie because guess what he does in this movie?
He falls off a
He's
fucking
just like
roof
me.
and
No,
lives.
not just one roof, multiple.
He built different,
and he
bro.
gets and like the last few movies,
He's
he
the
gets
Baba
beat the
Yaga,
fuck up
bro.
by cars,
What do you
bro.
mean?
How is this man not dead? How
Bro,
is he
look.
not dead?
Fabio, look,
He's one with the force.
Fabio
and
and
the force
AZ,
is
here's the
one with him.
difference. Look, Donnie Yen is in this movie.
The Yen
And
Meister
he
does
is-
They
it wrong.
typecasted Donnie Yen. How the
Oh
fuck did he do
my!
that?
He steals the fucking movie. I think. He plays a blind man in this movie. Also.
Literally the same thing.
Say, yo,
Yeah, I know.
write that shit down.
I know. I saw that and I was like, bro, they literally saw Force Awakens, Rogue
Then
One.
Rogue
and we're
One, they
Like,
said like that.
We gotta do that.
He is.
Yeah.
He does kung fu.
No,
Yeah.
but it's like Donnie Yen is in the movie, and I know Keanu Reeves isn't like a martial artist. I know Donnie Yen is. Like, I get it. But you see Donnie
Okay.
Yen in this movie.
Are we
and
watching?
bro, you're
Are
like,
we
that
watching the
dude,
real life
no
Steven
one can stop him.
Segalification?
You
He's
see
that
Keanu
guy.
Reeves and you're like, how the fuck is he still alive, bro? Like,
Bro, literally,
this
no,
motherfucker
what,
should be dead.
But I
the
want to
shit
see
that we
Steven-
texted.
Bruh. And Steven Seagal.
No,
look,
because
John
Keanu
Wick,
Reeves is not
I
a
won't
bigot,
give Keanu
and
Reeves
Steven
is
Seagal
that he
is.
can at least move. Steven Seagal.
You know what I just- Luis,
is one of my
do that,
dad's
Luis?
favorite
Do
action
that?
movie stars, which upsets me.
He fights
But-
like
but-
Batman in
but-
the Christian Bale
This
movies.
is it. This shit. Bro, not even Batman, bro. He's like
exactly
if a
what it
scarecrow
is.
tried to Billy Rock. That's how he fucking fights, and it bothers me. Like, my dad would be losing his mind seeing this fucking 6-foot gigantic kaiju of a man with a ponytail just start doing the fucking robot. Yeah, he'll be losing his mind like, oh my god.
Who also
Talking about
said that?
Steve-
Did you see how
Show
he-
your dad
how
Jason
he-
Bourne,
Yeah.
please.
What are you talking about? I've seen,
Yeah.
like, bro, like.
No,
He
bro,
said
that's
it's like Steven Seagal, but better.
He loves
the crazy part is
Let him watch John Wick.
it's like y'all said the gunplay and the fighting are two. It's
still
almost
going
like
off on that poor man.
Asher Angel and Zachary Levi acting in Shazam, two separate characters, even though it's supposed to be one thing, right? Another thing, Scott Adkins, the actual stunt coordinator, the stunt
has an
man,
earring.
was in this movie as Killer.
No,
and he did.
Scott Atkins is an actor
Scott.
in his own right. He
I thought
does
he's
a
a
lot of
stunt.
action
Oh
movies.
yeah, but I'm saying he
Fuck,
does
I need to
stunts and
watch this
everything too.
movie.
He did the stunts.
Oh, yeah.
He's phenomenal. He's
Yeah.
moving. He's doing everything. I was like, bro.
And he was acting his ass.
He was. I almost didn't. I didn't recognize him until I
He's
like.
in a
Just,
fat
I just.
he's in a
First
fat
life
suit.
bio.
He's in a
Oh,
fat
he's
suit.
on. He's on his Brendan Fraser shit. He's on his on his The Whale type shit.
Best way.
Scott. Look,
Go.
Oh, he's in
Everyone
Undisputed.
in this
That's
movie
what I recognize.
was
Okay.
much better than Keanu Reeves. Bill Skarsgård.
That was like
Yeah.
the French
Yeah.
accent I would
Yeah.
do probably.
Bill Skarsgård, even though his accent, I don't know what the fuck he was doing.
I don't know.
He was supposed to be
bad.
Kinda
French.
weird.
That was like
Yeah,
some
we-
weird ass shit. He was like,
Yeah.
Mr.
Say one thing
Mr.
and I'm
Mr.
French
Weak.
and I'll do it.
What?
Yeah, he was like weird. No, do it real quick.
Well, how'd you do it?
Oh yes, the chisel.
Yeah, that
given for the
that was
lines.
what Bill Skarsgård did. But he was
He
still
said-
great.
Behind
He
table.
all flipped down here.
Behind table.
Mine was German
Come
almost.
get you, Mr. Weak. Like some shit like that. Like, bro, what are you doing? That doesn't sound French,
He
bro.
should have said,
Fabio.
you know what we
He said,
That's so
cowardly
cool.
balloons
Mr.
are
Weak.
ruining this
a
country.
dead man. There's some bullshit like that. Like it's just like it's so dumb.
Mr. Weak.
He just
I said,
yeah. He's
No, they should just-
speaking like
laws are ruining
yeah,
this
like
should just got-
riddles.
They should just got Jean-Claude Van Damme, bro. They should.
I don't want to say it again.
It's
What'd you say,
against
Fabio?
my
What do you say?
If you didn't hear it, you didn't hear it.
It was to be clear, it was a Ron Swanson line. It was a reference.
I gotta hear this.
John,
Say it, Roberto?
child
say it one
labor
more
laws
time.
are ruining this country. Yeah.
Okay. And what does he say?
He said, retiring.
But he said it with the accent. That's what made it even worse.
No, French people would literally protest if they tried lowering the
we
child.
fucking eat snails. We don't do that here.
No. Basic human rights. No,
Yeah,
no,
and
no,
what
no.
about it?
Oh,
You will
Yours
grant
was
us-
too.
You will grant us our rights.
sorry to our 3
my
French
God.
viewers.
Oh, you know,
These are all
one thing
atrocious, by the way. Sorry, guys, that you have to hear these dog shit French accents.
So another thing I want to bring up while we're talking about Mr.
I'm
Scott
scrolling through a
Adkins.
couple of these. Yeah.
I'm looking at his movies that he's in. I didn't realize he's in a lot of stuff.
My boy works. My boy works.
He be in his bag. He was in Doctor Strange as that
that
one
was him.
zealot Lucian, the swole one, the one that got packed out by the clear shit, the heart shit, the defibrillator. Thank you.
I heard about that.
He was in Zero
upset
Dark
he's still
30. He
upset
was in
about that one.
Expendables, Assassination Games, all the
Oh, he was the
undisputed
body
movies.
double.
He
Bro,
was
he was
Weapon. He was Weapon 11 in Wolverine, X-Men Origins.
How do we
Wolverine.
get Jason
just put
Statham
his-
I remember
into
that.
John
I
Wick
knew that.
movies?
I will say,
John Wick versus Transporter.
But he's
John Wick versus
No.
Wrath of
He
Man.
be doing his. He
I
be
wanna-
doing what he needs to do.
look. I don't
Have him-
know if this
have
is
him-
gonna. This is probably
Have him kill
gonna
somebody
get
and then
me, like,
have him get
shot
invited
in
to the
the
cookout
street or
afterwards.
Some shit. But I'm gonna be honest. I have never in my life.
Have you
watched
watched Crank?
Jason
Lee
Statham
Christmas?
in a film and enjoyed it?
Go for it.
I've tried so. No. I've seen Crank.
Crank?
Even
You've never seen
still,
Crank?
Crank,
Bro,
Fuck.
high
Crank is
voltage.
the perfect fucking
Bro,
movie for
Crank
you.
is
What do you
amazing.
watch?
Off the
Coco
walls,
Melon?
crazy shit, the better.
Expendables, bro.
But even while watching, even while
That's Crank. Crank is off the fucking.
even while
that
I
Crank
was
is
watching
that.
Crank, I
He
was
said-
still
he
like,
said, what
this
do
is
you
crazy,
like?
but I just,
Cartoons?
it's just something about Jason.
Gerardo's
It's
hearing
just-
this. He's like,
it's
you
just-
fucking child, man.
Actually, yes.
As,
I
I'm
do-
sorry,
I do
this
like-
is the
I do
worst
like me
take
some
you've had.
Transformers, not the big ones,
Transformers?
but I do like it.
And he makes
baby.
Bald look good.
Actually, wait. No, there is
Jason
one.
Statham's not a good actor,
one.
but he's a
Fucking
fantastic
bangers.
martial artist.
It's,
He's a fantastic martial artist.
Is it Transporter where he's fighting that dude in the
The,
machine?
also, the,
Yeah.
the Transporter movies are
hard.
Thing.
are
Yeah,
hard.
go hard.
Okay, yeah, never mind. That's my favorite Jason Statham one. I actually like that one. That was a cool ass fight scene.
I think it
It was
is.
cool.
I think so.
Breathe new life into that series.
Transporter,
he is-
fucks.
He is actually why the Fast and Furious movies, like him as Shaw, that movie, that series, we're gonna dismantle that shit when it comes out. But when they put him in there, he's like, he blew up the fucking hospital. He's like, I'm gonna save you, baby brother, or whatever the fuck he said.
And then they overdid
I'll
it.
avenge you, baby brother. And he went and, like,
Dude, when he's
destroyed
walking away from
all of
Han's
Dom's
car with the
people.
detonator,
I was
he
like,
blows the fuck up. I was like,
this
damn.
is what this series needs. Okay. And then they went right.
Bro.
Yeah, then they did too much. I was like, you're ruining it. You're ruining it. Read my lips. Ruining.
Look, John, I
Kingsley
think
could have
John
had it if
Wick
they
is
hadn't
one of
fucked up on the
the
second one.
best action movie franchises of like the last 10 years, probably even 20 years. It's so good. And,
Yeah.
and you know what?
I like that Hitler end credit scene.
You didn't like the second one?
It had funny moments.
Did you like The King's Man?
Hilarious.
I will.
You didn't like the Hitler
me
tease?
too.
Yeah, you didn't like the Hitler tease?
Of like
Somehow Hitler returned.
of like the past 20 years, speaking of
Hitler-
action
Hitler will
franchises,
return
I feel
in-
like the ones
in
that are
World War II.
really standing the test of time and are consistently still pretty good would have to be, aside from those, because those all fuck. I have yet to see like one like
Asian
Japanese
movie.
or like Korean movie that is not amazing. Like
Which ones?
but I will say the two that mainly stay.
I'm gonna let you finish your point because I just thought of something. Go
would
ahead.
be John Wick, because it came out of nowhere in the 2010s. No one really knew what the fuck it was, and Keanu hadn't done anything. And people were like, okay, what is this? Just like the Matrix Light? And exactly.
Yeah.
I told
John Wick put
Reeves is a
Keanu
great
back on the
actor,
map.
and they would not believe
His career was going downhill.
and they'd be like, dude,
Yeah, I think I'm back.
I'm like, actually, go fuck yourself.
They don't actually watch movies.
The man is actually heat. Like, motherfuckers ain't seen
That's kind of
Constantine,
crazy.
47
That's
Ronin.
since
Like,
Bill and
they don't
Ted
know
is
about
weird.
my mans, bro.
47 Ronin?
And then they put him back on the map.
Yeah,
and then
Constantine fucks.
You better not say Transformers.
Constantine
that is
fucks.
consistently good. And
47
just
Ronin
really
go hard.
No, God, no. If
The Expendables.
okay, I'll get to the Transformers thing later. But it's Mission
Fallout?
Impossible.
Oh my
It's Mission
fucking
Impossible.
Say it. Go.
Mission Impossible, consistently good. Action is
Speak your
incredible.
truth, bitch.
Tom Cruise just willing to commit suicide.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
He's so real for that.
Every single fucking movie, and we just let him.
Oh yeah, I know.
Oh
I
my
know.
god, gonna be so fucking good.
We're gonna have to recreate
Dead
it.
Reckoning is going to be one of
It's
my
gonna be
top
so hard.
5 favorite movies of this year, hands
Talk
down.
about one of our banger episodes this summer is going to be that Dead Reckoning episode.
But
I
look,
promise
but
you.
that's the thing. But can you name and Ving Rhames? That's my boy. Can you name
Just those two.
3 more action franchises that are from the last 10, 15 years that are good?
I'm
I
gonna
knew
do
it.
one.
I knew he was gonna say it.
I'm
man,
gonna do
'cause that's
one.
what I was gonna
I'm
say.
do one, and this because when you started talking, it brought up a thought. We were talking about Donnie Yen earlier, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
And some of the
What was
action.
it, Ip Man?
Absolutely. 100%.
Ip Man,
And because the
Way.
same choreography, the same fighting style that was used in Ip Man, Donnie implemented.
I've never
that
seen
whole-
it.
In,
I
in
watched
John
those
Wick
fight
4.
scenes.
The
wing
Like
the
on,
wing
it
shot,
is.
on YouTube,
bro. The handwork,
Bro,
that shit was
The
insane.
raid,
For-
the raid fucks.
for
Mhm.
those of our viewers, incredible.
Oh no, man.
The raid
Have you
is
seen
one of,
Demolition
is
Man?
probably the
For-
greatest action.
For those of
Movie.
Wesley
you,
Wesley
of
Wesley
all time?
Snipes' greatest role.
Maybe the original raid is
Demolition
amazing.
Hey, once I get involved,
the
I want
Oh,
Trevante Rhodes to be
Demolition Man.
franchise, though.
Yeah.
It's not a franchise. It's never.
Hey, give it a few years. It will be.
That'd be good.
Give it a few years, they're gonna reboot it
Wait,
just like
wait,
everything
wait.
else.
We was Kangs.
Name the top 5.
We was Kangs.
We said
okay,
I want Toronto Rose to be
With
With the
king.
hair,
to constitute a
I'm gonna
Say at
be
least
Kangs.
two.
franchise,
At least two. Let's
that
say at
would
I'm
least
gonna
two.
put
just
the,
more than
I will
two
get the
movies.
scars right here.
We was Kang.
Intentionally.
We was Kang.
I was gonna, yeah,
Yeah.
And
because
I'm gonna put a caveat.
I'm
I'm gonna put a caveat. This excludes Marvel and
Captain
DC.
too. I was
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
gonna throw
No
the,
superhero movies.
no, God, no, burn
We
them
also
in
said
hell.
good.
I was gonna throw in the Equalizer. I like the Equalizer movies. They're good. They're pretty good. Denzel Washington
You're gonna
doesn't
throw
go
in the
wrong.
what?
Which
You're gonna
one?
Throw the what?
Okay, then yeah, Equalizer.
Yeah.
I'll say.
Well, we can do 2. We can do at least 2. At
Uh,
least 2 is a
Six
franchise.
Squadron,
We'll say that. At
John
least
Wick,
2.
Mission Impossible.
List your
Equalizer.
5 real quick. Okay,
I
Equalizer.
would put
They're
the
fun
Equalizer
movies. They're fun
just 'cause
movies.
that is
They're fun
Martin's
movies.
action.
Louis, stop being a snob.
It is just stupid. It is just
Shut up,
switch
Ebert.
off your brain,
That's crazy.
bro. It is.
That's crazy. That's
I
crazy.
think if I had to pick
The
one-
Expendables
Kingsman-
go crazy.
If Kingsman
Okay,
can
that's
get
brazy.
4
All
right,
right,
if
5.
they ever
What's
get
5?
it, I put it up there.
That's brazy.
Because I still,
That's crazy.
I have so much love for that
That's
first
dog
one.
shit. Next.
They're still
I wanna
fun,
put
dude. They're
Kingsman,
still
but
fun.
after
They're still
seeing-
They only
fun.
have to.
I just
All right,
said
what's your 5th
six.
one? What's your 5th one?
Terry
What's your
Crews
fifth
is
one?
in
They're
that.
fun.
Terry Crews,
Put it.
Chuck Norris.
Look,
You put the Expendables on there, but you're gonna say no to
Double
Kingsman
Sunflower?
is
Are
fucking
you
crazy.
kidding
Bro,
bro said that
Terry
bullet cost
Crews.
With his big ass shotgun.
that's crazy.
Hey, I'm gonna add.
Sicario movies.
That's wild. Look, I got one.
Oh my
The
God.
James Bond, Daniel Craig 007 movies.
That's
Fuck.
the one.
Those
Absolutely.
are amazing.
All 5 of them. Sicario.
Spectre and
Yes.
Casino Royale
Yes,
are the
absolute
shittiest,
banger.
but 3 out of 5
But they're good,
good
shitty.
films, and one of them is amazing, Skyfall, and I really like the last one, No Time to Die. So, and Casino
I
Royale
think-
is probably my favorite. Casino Royale is a banger.
Casino
So 3
Royale
out
is
of
the
5
movie that-
films.
That's gotta be
You
the
know,
movie that everyone
Yeah.
thought they were gonna
He's
become a
looking it up.
spy because
Yeah,
like Les Chiffres.
I
You're
was
right.
Googling
That's the
that.
greatest one. That's the best one. Off top.
yeah.
What are the other
Yeah.
ones you got? Name some more.
He said,
Actually, fucking, I'll
Dude,
do it.
that
you
church.
said, you said,
He's googling top action movies of the year.
no, I'm trying to think.
It is amazing.
You said Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible is great.
I still
Which
have
one?
Mission Impossible.
Which
is great.
movie?
I have
Mission
to rewatch
Impossible.
them.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mad Max.
Mad
Okay,
Max,
I'm gonna do
bro,
that
for
after
sure.
this recording.
Yes,
Yeah, I'd say
it's on
Bro,
HBO.
it's a little
It's
more
all
character
great.
driven, but it's got
Hey,
fine.
That's a
I'm
like
putting in King Richard.
Creed, hear me out.
Creed could be up there. Is that an
'Cause the-
action movie though?
Yes. Boy got the hands, boy. That's action right there.
I would probably say I would say James Bond. I'd say James Bond. What do you say?
Best action movie of the year.
You say King Richard?
Greatest
You say
slap
King
boxing.
Richard?
Son,
Greatest boxing movie of all time.
son.
crazy.
Purge.
I would say Mission Impossible,
I like
John
Purge
Wick,
movies.
007.
Look, the
We
the
got
last,
bird.
like 10,
Bad
15
Boys.
years.
Bad Boys. Bad Boys.
Yeah, I got you. The
It has
Bourne
action in it.
movies,
It's still action.
The
Rush
Bourne
Hour.
movies, the
John
Bourne
Wick
movies.
scenes.
Rush Hour,
Rush Hour is an action comedy.
That's true.
Bad Boys.
That's an action comedy. That's an action comedy.
Hey, the word action's still in there. Tell them.
The
Talk to
21
him.
Jump Street
I
movies.
did too.
Talk to him.
True.
I'm trying to think,
no,
what would be
no,
one more? There's
no.
not that many. Good ones.
Indiana
No, there are
Jones.
two.
No.
Bro, have y'all actually looked up fucking how many Die Hard?
Die Hard.
That shit's like 20.
No.
The Red movies are pretty
It
Beverly
is
Hills
fucking-
Cop.
Nah, bro. There is a
Yeah, the Red
crazy,
movies.
There is a lot.
I like
A lot.
that.
There's
There is
five.
a
They're
lot.
fucking cool.
There's
There's
five,
like
right?
They're
Isn't there
cool.
five or six?
Red.
Dude,
Oh my
four or
god.
five.
John Malkovich?
geriatric shooting
Yes.
people. That shit's
Yes.
fun.
You say red?
No. Listen.
When he
Red
put
is
them
my
bullets,
boy.
when he put them bullets
Stop.
on
Red
the
is good
pans,
as fuck.
My
I'm not
boy.
even gonna hold you. In the frying pan, and he cooks them up, and he's
That's
like, ah,
It's not good as
that
fuck.
shit was clean.
because no, they got one good one.
I'm surprised y'all didn't mention this series.
I don't like 2, 3, or
The
You
4.
Matrix.
forgot the
We're talking about
426.
Keanu?
Man.
The
No,
Matrix, bro.
because the first one is good,
It's really bad.
and that's it.
Look,
You don't like Reloaded?
No,
You don't like
I'm like 2, 3, or 4. The new one.
Don't watch it too.
Oh,
Don't do that to
my
yourself.
God, it was
Yeah, that's what you should do.
horrendous. One of
Hey,
the
I'm
worst
not gonna
movies
lie
I've
to
ever
you.
seen.
Hugo Weaving though.
I'm not gonna lie
I
to you. I
encourage
haven't
that
seen it.
if you
I'm gonna keep it
decide
that
to
way.
watch it,
I'm gonna
Bro,
pretend
it's
like the
bad.
first one.
I
I'll pretend like the first
watch
one's the
this
only
again.
one that exists.
It's bad, bro.
Except
It's
for not
bad.
coming back as Red
Hugo
Skull.
Weaving does no wrong, true. But it's only
At
one.
least it's
Doesn't
not a
constitute a
franchise.
franchise.
That's true. Hey, Red
V
Skull.
for
That's
Vendetta.
my goat.
V for Vendetta is a great movie.
That is not a
I know,
franchise.
They
I know,
make
I
so
know, I know.
goddamn many of them. It
I'm
might as
just
well
saying,
constitute
you know.
a franchise. The
He said
Hitman
the
films
Hitman movies.
with Agent 47. Yeah.
You said Born. You said Born, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I said Born. You know, one
Fast and Furious.
what's it called? One
Transformers.
franchise that just be pissing me off if we're talking about action movies is
They had one good movie.
That's a free
No.
a free space on bingo that pissed me off.
Which
I'm
one?
talking about
That continuity
Pirates,
is so
Pirates
fucked,
of
man.
the Asabian, Pirates of the Midabian.
Ew.
Everything
Okay.
past the second.
Davy
The
Jones?
second one, everything
Which
past
one?
the second
Which
one
one
is
is the
to
one
be
with,
disregarded.
3.
The first one was
Second
hard.
and
David
third.
The
Jones
second
with
one went
Squidward.
Yeah, the
Which
first
one is
one's
that
good.
one?
The third one,
Okay,
Barely
watched
downhill.
3 is the peak, and then from there on, it is not necessarily like a
the second
It's
and the
not-
second and the
that's
third
the
one.
first
it's not
one.
a decline. No,
That's the one
because
I had on
special
DVD.
effects,
Nah,
Banger.
two is the peak, bro.
the special effects
Two
in
is the
3
peak.
hold up to this day.
Which was Curse
Three.
of the Black Pearl, the first one?
Black
I'd
Pearl is
say-
the first
That's the
one.
best one.
Dead
I'd say
Man's
I
Chest
like
is the
That's
second.
the
Dead
best
Man's
one.
Chest is the
Purely
second
from
one.
a visual
Oh,
standpoint.
Dead
Dead
Man's
Man's
Chest is the
Chest
best
is the
one.
best.
That was a
Yeah,
good
yeah,
one.
yeah.
That's the
And
best
the
one.
Effects, specifically on the CGI of
That
the
is too.
squid tentacles, that
Yes.
still holds up. I will give that.
Davy Jones.
Nah, see,
That's two. That's
that's
two.
no,
He's on
no.
the
You're
first
both.
one,
You're
though.
both right. You're both right. Dead
Davy
Man's
Jones.
Chest came out in Hold on. Dead Man's Chest.
He's thinking
came
about
out,
two. He's talking about the dude with the
second one, and he's
tentacles.
actually the-
Yeah.
That's the second one.
Then they're in both.
That's not
He's
Davy
in
Jones.
both. Davy Jones. No, he's in the second one. He's in the second one because they're trying to get his heart from the chest to control the
Is
season.
that slow motion one where he's
in the
walking
second
down
one.
the stairs?
He's also in the third one because they have that massive ass sea battle, and the ships are in the maelstrom and they're swirling around.
He's got a box set behind.
Bro,
see, the crazy part is
how do you know this shit, bro?
Bro, because hear me out.
That's
Hear me
crazy.
out. I saw Dead Man's Chest in theaters in 2006 when it came out.
I did
one
too.
of the hardest movies I've seen because the visuals, like you said, the visuals are insane for a 2006 movie. Then you see some.
I think
shit
my dad
like,
loves those movies.
You see some shit from this year, and you're like, "What the fuck is that?" You know. But 2006, Dead Man's Chest came out.
Mm-hmm.
Then whatchamacallit came out in like 2007 or was it 8? I cannot remember. My brain is kind of fried sometimes.
I think it was 8. Yeah.
But the third one, that was like the end of that movie. They should have ended right there.
I was about to mention it.
Came out in
son
7.
Of a bitch.
Yeah, At World's End. At World's End was fucking.
You haven't even
zany,
seen the third one,
but the visuals are phenomenal.
You know what franchise we didn't
Steve Zahn
mention?
You know what's crazy?
The Rise of
I don't
Planet
think
of the
I
Apes.
ever.
Love that man.
Hard.
Steve Zahn can do no
gotta
wrong.
finish
I want him to do without me.
I haven't seen the third one.
Blade Runner.
I've seen the first
is
two.
kind of like
First one's the
No,
best.
but it's
What
fully
about
a
Blade
sequel.
Runner?
Free James Franco. That's
exactly.
Yes.
It's more.
So does the last
Blade Runner 2049 doesn't have that much
Planet-
action in it. It's more.
What's that? What's that little lip bite?
It has Ana de Armas.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
I gotta.
If you've seen that movie, you know why.
What
you
would
know
Bryce
what I meant by
think?
that. Yeah, it does.
What would Bryce Dallas?
Yeah, it does.
What would Bryce Dallas think?
Sir. Sir.
What would Bryce say? Don't worry about what Bryce would say.
Sir.
She knows. She knows. Bryce understands. She knows. All right.
Sir.
So what would you give John Wick 4? Overall rating, man. Because
Oh, you asking me?
that's what we're talking about. Yeah.
Boy, I tell you right now, get that movie at 8.5 to a 9.
You fully chose to go.
And if we're talking about movies I've seen in March, so obviously I saw Shazam, unfortunately, against my will, against my better judgment. Is it Shazaz? No,
Shazam.
I went on a movie. See, shout out Cinemark for this movie.
Cinemark. Yeah.
No,
the free ticket.
Cinemark. Yeah, I got that free ticket.
Zachary
I was
Levi
like,
had
you know
to
what?
sell his house,
I'm not paying
bro,
for this.
because
I'm
of
not
you.
contributing to the box office of this movie. I'm gonna go watch
You know
it
what's crazy?
for free.
That movie
So I did
is-
watch
You're the
it
reason.
for free.
You're the reason Zachary Levi is having a fucking
That movie
mental
is-
breakdown.
Okay. Is that my fault? It's not my problem. You should have acted. better.
I'll give John Wick 4 an 8.5 to 9. I thought it was great.
I thought you were about to say a
Like,
4 for a second. I was like, what the fuck?
No, I think ranked. I think here's my top 5 in order from best to worst. John Wick 1, John Wick 4, John
I
Wick
thought you were
3,
saying it
John
the
Wick
backwards
2.
way. I was
John Wick 2 is
Fair.
the worst.
Fair.
John Wick 4
Yeah.
1 is the
I was-
best. John Wick 4 fucks.
Okay,
the second
okay,
best,
okay,
and John
okay,
Wick
okay.
3 is okay.
I think
a little.
Oh no. John Wick.
He's gonna pull out another
I
commemorative
literally said from
AMC
best to
popcorn
worst.
bucket.
1, 4, 3, 2.
You got another popcorn bucket.
Yeah.
John
you
Wick.
want to see my commitment to these films. Hold on.
What's this one? This one just has like there's no popcorn.
He bought a. Let me guess. He bought a popcorn bucket. Yeah.
Just like extra butter.
Yeah, I'm thinking on
I
that.
like some popcorn. Is what it says on there.
But said, yeah.
We thought you got. We thought you were gonna
so-
show us a popcorn bucket.
Oh,
I can get that. Is that-
Blu-ray.
I'm gonna need a
Yeah.
refill. It says I'm gonna
Yeah.
need a refill.
Yeah,
Nah,
I'm
these,
thinking
boy.
extra butter.
You see what I got on deck?
Oh, nice.
I got the OG
Dude,
the
John
John
Wick's
Wick,
real
the first
gun.
one where his tie blowing in the wind. That shit hard.
Yep.
This one's probably my favorite because
Nah,
got the
please show
steel
it.
book.
You're
This one
mine.
came with you know the coins that they be
I
giving
need that.
people at the hotel.
Yeah.
That too. I can't show that on screen for legal purpose. But
That's
it came with
dope.
the it came with the
Parabellum,
coins that
boy.
they give at the hotel.
He be
The
pairing
little the golden
Parabellum,
coins.
bellum.
I
That's
be
like
flipping them around my
Wick.
fingers like I'm some kind of pirate. I think I'm badass. Then this one right here,
Wow.
Hell yeah, brother.
Parabellum.
Man,
I can't wait
I'm
till the
about
fourth
to drop
when the
the
fourth
most
one comes out
controversial
and it's
take
on
of all
a
time in
steel.
history relating to John Wick.
Your steel book.
Ooh.
Okay, so I haven't seen the fourth one, so I'm just going off of the ones that I've seen.
When that Steelbook come out,
What is it?
I'm buying
That's
this.
fair.
3, 1, 2. Purely because 3 has some of the most
That's crazy.
Building a revolver for one shot.
Scene in an action movie that do not border on absolute bullshit. Because when I saw
I knew he was
third
gonna
one
say it.
kill a man with
Yeah.
a book, with literature. When he killed that man with a
Boy
book,
said-
bro, I paused the movie and my dad was like, "Why did you pause?" And I was like, I just need to sit in silence for a moment because what I've seen is art. What I have seen is the most heinous shit I've ever seen in my life.
That was my boy.
Like,
I
That
need
was
to
my boy,
contemplate
Boban.
this right now.
bro gave him
That was
that
my
was
boy.
Boban, right?
That was Boban.
fuck a paper
Rockets
bro.
legend,
Bro,
Boban
bro,
Marjanovic.
just
My
childish.
goat. My goat.
Like, my God. Devious. And then the knife fight?
Mm.
Bro. And then he kills him
Nah.
with a flintlock pistol.
If you
in
thought that was great,
2022,
if you thought that was
bro,
great, the
come
way
on.
he. The,
Devious. Devious.
Come
No,
on,
if you
son.
thought if you
Come
thought
on,
that was
son.
great, if you thought that one was great, you're gonna love the way he the start of the fight with Killa in this movie because man, boy said I'm not gonna spoil it, but Luis knows. Boy said,
Oh.
yeet.
Before we wrap up the conversation on John Wick, I want to give a shout out to one of the cast members of John Wick 4. His name is Shamir Anderson. He plays
Mr. Nobody.
the tracker in this. Yeah, or Mr. Nobody. But he's officially titled as the tracker. Man, he is amazing.
Phenomenal.
He's a cool new character. He has a dog that accompanies him, that attacks his enemies, but that also helps him track people. He's fucking cool as shit. He's a great actor, and all his scenes are really cool. Man, it was awesome, bro. It's great.
He's also
And Shamir Anderson.
he's also trained in martial arts too. So I'd like to imagine he did some of his own stunts too. He's like you say, he's phenomenal. I will say we need a spinoff for him and for Akira.
Yeah.
That's one thing I will say for
Shut up.
here.
Stop talking with your dick. Relax.
No, her as a character, bro. I'm so
I know,
serious.
I know.
Phenomenal
She was awesome.
acting. I
She was
feel I feel like she was underutilized, but that scene, boy, you know what I'm talking about too. At the
put in that
very
work.
end, at the
She
very
put in that work.
very end, you know what I'm talking about. That scene.
Should put in that
All I gotta
work.
say is do not leave once the credits start.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
I left.
Oh,
I didn't
God.
watch the
All right.
scene.
Real quick, I'm
Oh,
gonna do a
I've been
shout out.
my
I'm
brain
gonna
has
make sure
been
to follow
marvelized,
my
so I have to
letterbox.
sit there.
Me too. But my girlfriend was like,
My
girlfriend was like, can
stay
we go?
tuned for my new John Wick 4
So we
review.
left.
It's gonna be a banger, like all my reviews. Y'all know, y'all love to see it. So my favorite reviews. I don't know what's my recent one.
Coming
Yeah, I'm gonna
soon.
read. No. I'll read them. I
Pending.
got you. Do you want me to?
What are some of your favorite reviews, Fabio?
No, I don't want to.
I'm kidding.
Fine.
Don't read.
I'll promote the one that someone liked the most recently.
Bro,
This one's for
Read one.
Rosemary's
Yeah, read
Baby,
So people,
1968.
so you can
I
promote
gave it a
your
like,
letterbox.
half a
People know what to
star.
expect.
I said
Oh, God.
I could separate the art from the artist, but I don't feel
Okay,
like it.
okay.
I hope Polanski chokes soon. It's a good one.
Great film.
I think so.
What?
Two whole
I
likes.
know why. Yeah,
Yo, listen.
Yes.
By the
That's-
way,
that's
speaking
totally not
of,
what your
movies
goat
that have a
Quentin
little
Tarantino
bit
would
of
say.
chill to them. This is a little bit of a tangent, but the day that we have a horror episode, I'm going
sicko mode.
in. I'm going in. Horror is my favorite genre of cinema. Like I don't know
We will.
where it's at. It's probably somewhere. I'm not going to dig around for it.
We're having one.
Real quick.
We're having one soon.
Before we dive into the horror bit, one thing I want to say is to shout out another actor for John Wick 4 is a legend.
He is in this one.
I'm surprised
That's
none of
my
us mentioned
Scorpion.
this before,
Oh yeah.
but you know he's the GOAT in my eyes. Hiroyuki Sanada,
Oh yeah, Scorpion. Let's go.
absolute
Underutilized in
legend.
Bullet
Underutilized in Endgame. Underutilized, wasted character. So he's got to be one of
He
the.
was the
Yeah.
Boss.
Clint killed him when he was on his racial
Oh
tirade.
shit! Yeah, when he was on his racist shit.
Osaka.
Yeah, he
When
killed
he was
Bro.
on his racist shit. You're right.
But he does a phenomenal job as another Continental manager. I love him as an actor.
He's the Continental
great.
manager in Osaka.
You know, Osaka. Oh, and his hotel was hard as I cannot get over that.
Listen.
But yeah, I just want to shout him out. But yeah, speaking of horror, Din and Juice,
I'm excited.
AZ bring up a good point. We are going to be
I'm
having
so
a horror
hyped.
episode soon. Evil Dead Rise is coming out next month, and
Let's go.
He gonna be wearing
Y'all know
a
me.
catheter to that movie.
y'all know me. I'm the
Listen,
hardest motherfucker
listen.
of life. But Evil Dead makes me looks like I'm be pissing my pants in the theater, bro. That shit looks
That's
scary as
terrifying.
hell.
You're telling me you're not gonna watch that
Listen.
movie, The Boogeyman?
Let me
I'm
tell
gonna watch
you
that. I'm
something,
gonna
right?
laugh too.
Don't be
I'm not scared of no
fooled
Boogeyman. The Boogeyman scared of
by
me.
the
But that Evil Dead shit,
That's Russell Crowe. He got to make his money somehow.
Bro.
piss down my
You're
lips.
telling-
I'll piss
You're
straight
telling me
down
you
my
don't
lips.
want to watch.
Let me
You don't want to watch
He's
The
working.
Pope's
He's working.
Exorcist. That's
And I
crazy.
guarantee you got
I'll
paid up
exercise
front.
The Exorcist, bro. I'm not scared.
No.
Oh,
I'm not
your
scared.
boy?
No.
Yeah. He working. He working. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
shit.
probably.
I ain't
Movie looks
scared.
like shit. Movie looks like shit. That movie's gonna break even.
That's insane.
Nah, see, the reason that Evil Dead Rise, like every trailer I've seen in the theater, I had to like, boy, I was in that movie scared. That is
It looks
it's
so good, bro. It looks so
it's
good.
good and it's genuinely terrifying.
This boy
Like,
gone again.
I might cry.
The first Evil Dead, the reboot,
The Pope's
remake,
Exorcist got his ass.
sequel that they did
The
not a
requel?
couple years ago. It was like 4 or 5 years
no.
ago now. At this point,
She got him. She got him. She heard us talking. She grabbed him.
that
off the
Evil
screen.
Dead. That Evil Dead is amazing. The nun, the nun got him. Don't we have a special guest lined up for our horror episode as well?
We just might. Everyone listening and watching, you're gonna have to stay tuned.
I'd be lagging out.
Oh.
We're gonna have another guest on.
But
You good?
yeah, I'm back.
You're good.
All right.
That horror episode actually, it's gonna be a like an Evil Dead review plus a horror movie draft.
Yes.
Yeah, we're looking at doing a horror movie draft. It's gonna be hard for me because I don't be watching horror movies like that.
Oh, I
My
got-
life is a
I got
horror
this for
movie.
you,
I can't
man.
lie. No, I'm
I
kidding.
got
I
this for you, bro. I'm gonna give you the cream of the crop.
Belial just
Some of
like
my
me.
favorites. I'm gonna give you some weird cult shit. That
I
you
said
will never
Belial
see.
just
You ever
like
seen
me.
Basket Case.
Bro, he's just like me. That's pretty
That shit
self-explanatory.
it's wacky as
Yeah.
fuck.
Listen to the sentence. Listen to the
Belial
sentence.
just like
What'd you say?
He's just like me. You
What do you mean
understand?
by that?
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that? Hmm?
If you
That's-
know, you know.
That's some nasty shit.
Disclaimer.
If you know,
I
you
am
know.
not
Nasty as
affiliated
fuck.
with Belial. That boy
I
is on some
understand.
shit.
But you're nasty.
He is on so much shit.
But bro,
Also, Malignant stole
Hey,
from
live your truth.
Basket Case.
bro. But
Yeah.
He said,
But on the note of Evil Dead, man, I have loved the Evil Dead franchise since I was probably way too damn young to watch them, and I probably should not have watched them. It is why I'm the Hey, look.
victim.
Hey, look.
You're a victim, bro.
I used to be like terrified of them because I used to like my uncle. He turned on the '80s ones for me, just wanted to fuck with me when I was a little kid, right? But then he fucked up because then he put me on to one of the greatest protagonists in horror
Pizza
history,
Papa.
my
Pizza
motherfucking man Bruce Campbell, aka Ash
Mysterio
the Goat
from the
Villain,
original
man.
Raimi trilogy.
That's no wrong,
You mean Pizza Papa?
Pizza Papa.
Pizza
No,
Papa?
the announcer from Spider-Man
Pizza Papa?
1.
bro. Look,
Pizza Papa?
bro. Look,
My go.
I love.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure he's
Campbell
done
so
one.
much from Evil Dead to where like you
Yeah.
can put Bruce Campbell in anything. Put that man in a Chef Boyardee commercial. I will download that shit.
Did
hard
you ever
copy,
watch,
put it on
Ash
VHS,
versus
and
Evil
frame it
Dead?
on my wall.
He probably
You were the
has.
only one who
I
did.
Would
love
not surprise
Bruce
me.
Campbell, man.
Have you ever seen the movie? Have you ever seen the movie called Possum? AZ?
It was.
Yes, dude. I watched the
Because it's
Hard.
on cable. That was
I
the
don't care.
problem,
I don't
dude.
care.
I was gonna say you're the only one who watched
Cable
it.
like that.
I don't understand why more people didn't watch it.
It was so
And then the
great
ending
it got
was so-
canceled.
They said, ladies and gentlemen, we got
The
him.
ending,
He said,
the ending
got
was
him.
like so open.
Gentlemen.
Place the jingle. The ending was so open for them to do like basically Evil Dead 2 Army of Darkness, but set in the future, and I would have loved that. But they just thrown out the
He said
window.
lithium.
And sci-fi doesn't know when they have a gold mine, not even a gold mine, a fucking palladium mine sitting under their asses. Like,
Palladium.
that shit could have been so good.
Damn,
bro.
that boy
It could
said
have been so
palladium.
good, and I just
Boy, sound like
The
Iron
fact
Man
that-
right now. You're bringing out elements.
Could
could
have.
have been good.
Could have been.
Yes.
But it was not.
But now, after all these
But it
years,
wasn't.
we're getting. I don't even think this one is directed by Raimi, the original Evil Dead directors. This one isn't Raimi.
No, we're talking about how there was a remake.
don't talk
It was a
about
banger.
reboot,
Yes.
that came out like 4 or 5 years ago. It was
I
great. What are you
felt-
talking about?
Did you
You're
see?
talking about the one that
It
came out in
was good.
2013,
Did you see
right?
her
Evil
cut
Dead?
It was
someone's
good.
head
Don't
open
get
with a
me wrong,
chainsaw?
but this one I feel like is a true return to form for the upsetting visuals.
It came out
of
10
what
years
Evil
ago?
Dead
He
is.
said that wasn't disturbing enough for me. I
Did
watched
you
horror
watch
movies as a kid.
the
I did.
2013 one?
I did.
Did you see it rain
think-
blood?
I
Literally
watched the
rain
original
blood?
Evil Dead
It
when
rained
I was
blood?
a child.
It rained
The
Yeah.
amount
blood?
of
It
desensitization
did.
that I have to violence is, all right. I will say,
You a victim.
Yes, probably, but I will say the nail gun bit did get me. That shit did fuck me up. I don't like nails. I don't like whenever I see people's hands getting stapled and shit. I don't ever fuck with that in movies. Shit bothers me. So those two bits did get me. But the amount of shit that I've seen in the Red Band trailer, like the swallowing of the glass and then close up on the throat when it's like puncturing through. Oh my god. Pure Deadite evil, and I'm here for it. I am so.
You're talking about the Evil Dead trailer,
I'm
Evil Dead
so
Rise,
for
right?
it. Yeah. I'm so excited for it. I'm so excited for it, man. I haven't been this actually scared by a
I'm not,
horror
like I said,
movie in
man.
years, and I'm excited.
I'm already working on the, we're already doing the groundwork for our next few episodes, especially that horror one. We've been talking about doing a horror movie for a while, but, we got a lot coming up. Dungeons and Dragons comes out at the end of this month. So by the time y'all hear this episode, whenever it's posted, Dungeons and Dragons will be out. We will be doing a review on that. Graham would love to talk about it, but he's not here right now, so we'll save that bit for him. But as for this episode, as for our discussion on Mando, John Wick, that's a wrap for today. We appreciate y'all watching or listening to our channel. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at ThePodtastic4 with the number 4 and at ThePodtastic4 spelled out on other platforms to stay tuned on everything coming out this year. Hulk smash the MF like button. Show us how much you enjoyed this episode by leaving us a
Airdrop it to
5-star
people on a
review where you
plane.
listen to this podcast. Send our podcast and YouTube channel to your friends, your families, your enemies, the family, the covert, the high table,
They'll get the message
the
around.
Assassin's Guild. Airdrop it to people on the plane. Mail
Children
it.
Share with the
watch.
local squirrels in your
The
neighborhood.
Death Watch.
Do whatever you got to do, man.
All of that to your coworkers. Post in group chats. Send it everywhere, so we can continue building this awesome community of Podvengers like you. So thank you guys, and we will see you next time on the Podtastic 4. Peace.